Hey guys, welcome to the Deja B Lynn channel. If you're returning, I love you. If you're new, I love you. Like, comment, and subscribe. But today I'm going to be taking you guys through the Iguazú Falls, specifically the side of Argentina, just because it's beautiful. And I'm on a trip there. And I'm so excited to be there. But enjoy this video while I'm enjoying my green juice, which was delicious, and my fries and tofu taco. So let's get into this video while I eat those too. If you want to know where it's from JU Detox near Chinatown, Argentina. Alright, let's go. Cue the intro. Alright guys, I'm your tour guide and I'm an expert on the Ignacio ruins. Watch me. This is a secret part that no one knows. And usually when you say that on camera, something weird happens, especially in like closed off sections, but this isn't a closed off section.
There was no fence.
There was no fence. Alright guys, so this is where we ended up eating breakfast after a 20-hour drive from Buenos Aires to the Ignacio ruins. And it's just so beautiful out here. But we're going into an Ignacio museum of all the ruins before we actually go over to the actual ruins. And we're just taking a look at like the structures and some art, which is really cool, really nicely done, really beautiful. Alright, here's the coolest part. We had a dog as one of our tour guides. Like, this dog followed us throughout the entire tour, and honestly, so much information was packed in that little noggin because he or she knew everything. The entire tour was going into exclusive sections, like so cool. But here are the actual fields, and we're actually going into the ruins now. Okay, so here's me trying to take my first video to prove that I was in the ruins. And it was all going great. Nothing went wrong. But just wait. I catch somebody trying to take a photo of me and I just started walking away. But then like they're like, come back. So I posed for them. It's somebody from the program that I was with. They're doing like publicity photos. And I was just like, okay, done with the video. But here I am, also on the ruins, standing like I discovered something. I love how like the structures are still.
I know, they're still like standing up pretty tall.
Alright guys, I'm your tour guide and I'm an expert on the Ignacio ruins. Watch me. This is a secret part that no one knows. And usually when you say that on camera, something weird happens, especially in like closed off sections, but this isn't a closed off section.
There was no fence.
There was no fence. But yeah, it's so good.
Just no one else was here.
Okay, here's where we get into something else that's really cool. We're actually going into the Las Cartas, which is the waterfalls, the Iguazú waterfalls. And we take a little train to get there. So cute, so cute. Um, and we just do like a little bit of like hiking around the waterfalls. So we go and do the superior circuit, which is like a longer circuit on top of the waterfalls. Like we walk over the waterfalls, and then we do one that goes around the baby waterfalls, which is the lower circuit.
This little thing tickles.
Alright, there were so many beautiful sights to see on the waterfalls. The lower circuit, the superior circuit, like both of them, they were beautiful in their own right. And I could show you so many pictures, but it's not the same effect as being there in person and taking it in. So if you're a person that wants to travel, loves to travel, this is probably most definitely a wonderful place to travel, to Iguazú Falls. So now this is the end of the second day because I stayed there for 3 days. The first day was the Ignacio ruins, if you've seen, and the second day was the waterfalls. The third day, let's get into it. Let us get into it. Okay, so to start our day off, we went on a safari ride to see all the different animals, like the monkeys, the birds, the quaddies. We saw the quaddies. They stole a entire sandwich out of this lady's hand, which was both funny and scary at the same time. But yeah, we're going on a Ferrari ride, of course. I be riding a Ferrari all the time. But no, we're riding in this safari ride.
Y le pedimos a Leonardo para que detenga el camión, ¿sí? Es muy importante que en el recorrido mantengan brazos y cuerpos dentro del vehículo.
Alright guys, so the next thing that we got to do was to go through the waterfalls. The waterfalls that we toured the previous day, we actually got to touch them, feel them, kiss them, you know? And I thought that was so cool. So here we are on the boat. It is moving mighty fast, might I add. The wind is winding, but there are a lot of like butterflies where we were, closer to where we docked. And I thought that was pretty cool, but I know butterflies eat clothes, so that makes me nervous. Alright guys, you can't be mad at me with how I'm filming in the waterfall because you can literally not see anything. Like, I don't know whether the camera's on at some points. I don't know where it's facing at some points. And there was one time where we actually went so close to the waterfall, like we were almost touching it. And I was trying to film it, but it turned out that I was filming myself. So I was filming my own reaction. So yeah, don't have that footage. but I do have a lot of good footage anyway. So that was the end of our Iguazú trip. And you would think that we would have a nice peaceful ride home, but guess what decides to happen? But looking at these three interacting in the back and how this dude runs over, yep, the bus broke down. About 4 hours into our trip. And we ended up being stuck for 7 hours. Yep. And here is football on football, which I thought was pretty interesting. We stayed in a gas station to charge our phones and have Wi-Fi, but then we ended up getting hungry, so we had to have dinner. And this was the best pizza I've had in all of Argentina. Like, best pizzas I've had. But we ended up playing a game of life as well while we were waiting for our food to come. And it was just so fun. We made the best of it the way that we could. Alright, so I took this screenshot of where we were about 2 hours after we got back on the road. And we only got back on the road at like 10, 11, like almost 12. And it pulled into this like random place, and I thought they were going to kidnap us or rob us or something, but we ended up getting back on the road again. But it's still late, and I'm just like, I got so lucky because there were 2 girls that left the bus, so I ended up sitting by myself, so I could stretch out and lay down and watch a movie and do whatever I wanted. But yeah. So I did end up going to sleep, and I woke up when we had about 5 hours left to go. And we stopped for breakfast, and that was just about it. We ended up getting home at around 3 in the afternoon. But yeah, thanks for watching.